Hello and welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Dina and today I'm here with you for another Sort My Stash 2024 video, and this is part 24, which is also the very last one of this wonderful series where we have been going through all of my yarns here in 2024. And yes, I do have a lot of yarns. This Sort My Stash version is a bit of a special version. It's thanks to Happy Mail, so to say, that I have this yarn. It is all of my American yarns. So yarns that I've gotten from America or American yarn brands. I do have some Current Simply Soft, which I did not get as a Happy Mail, but I was able to obtain here in the Netherlands. And those Current Simply Soft I have in a completely other video because I got those off a really good deal of the Facebook marketplace. And they have a video of their own, and that is still all of the Current Simply Soft I have, so I don't see a reason to redo that video. But I will do you the favor and a link to that video at the very end of this video. You will have it somewhere over here as a video that you can keep watching once you're done. But this yarn, as mentioned, is my American yarns. I have some yarns here that one of your watchers were so graciously kind to send me. What to say, I am very grateful for it still. I remember I was almost crying when I was unboxing these. I know she said she got most of them on sales, and honestly, I don't really care. It's a good sale. And for me, they're still equally worth a lot. Because they're from far away. They are things I cannot get on an everyday basis. So I need to treasure them a bit more. And that is also why I haven't made anything of them yet. Not because I don't want to, but because I want the perfect project to make out of these. It needs to be right? Because I can't just get a replacement by going down to the store or jumping on the internet to order them, because some of these yarns, they are even behind blocks. So either the store don't ship to Europe, or the website blocks me because I do not have an American IP address when I'm on the internet, obviously, because I am in the Netherlands. So I would need to use a VPN to actually go in on those websites to stand a chance of maybe conducting an order. And then I would still probably only be able to ship within the US. And then I would still need somebody to actually ship it from the US to me. So maybe if I once in the future visit the States, I would be able to bring home a few skeins of yarn. But right now, I'm afraid that I just have to accept the fact that some yarns are just more difficult for me to have. Unless, of course, there is somebody out there who wants to make a trade. I have lots of European yarns. If you would wish to do some sort of a yarn trade with me, let me know. I'll be happy to send you some yarn and get some yarn back. If there's anything specifics and whatnot, we can always talk about any options about a yarn trading, yarn swapping, whatever you want to say. Please let me know if you're there and you want to do that. And if you do want to do that, hit me up on my email address, and you can find that in my profile. When you're here on YouTube, there is a link to my email address there. Yeah, but let's get going on some yarn talking, and we can't talk about these gorgeous yarns I have here. And I all got them all from the same person, so I'm very grateful to this person. Please know that. And her name is Sherry, and she's a wonderful person here in the yarn community, and I know plenty of people appreciate her a lot. But yeah, before we start talking about yarn, I'm still having my faithful mug of tea with me, and today that mug of tea is just a classic Earl Grey, nothing crazy going on there, just a wonderful chill Earl Grey. Let's talk about the yarns, and some of them were a surprise. One of them I specifically asked for it was possible, but let's go through them as they are and talk about them. The first yarn I have here is a Yarn Bee art. So Yarn Bee is, I do believe, Hobby Lobby. Please feel free to correct me. I'm not American. I'm made to be totally off, but if I remember right, Yarn Bee is Hobby Lobby brand. It's a crazy tote, and it was discounted from $4.99 to $4.24. So that sounds like 75% discount. It's 210 yards for 1.75 ounces. So that's 50 grams to about 200, bit less, 190 meters of yarn. For those that are interested. Very small, compact skein. When I feel it, it's a little bit stretchy. And I definitely, based on the name, would say it's a sock yarn. It's a very soft sock yarn. It's a name, Shadowy Meadow, colorway 10. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. It's made in Turkey. They recommend a 2.75 millimeter knitting needles or 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. It's a fine weight yarn. It can be washed at 30 degrees Celsius, so that's 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Lay flat to dry. Do not iron, do not bleach. Can be dry cleaned. 93% acrylic and 7% polyester. And I think it's the polyester that helps kind of give that stretch to it. But an acrylic sock yarn, it's a bit shame there isn't two of them, because had there been two, I might have asked my mom to crochet me a pair of socks, or not crochet, knit me a pair of socks. Now I just have the one, and I'm not really sure what to do with one, except it feels amazing. So maybe tell me if you would actually knit a sock of these. Would that be a normal sock yarn for you guys? You know, that there isn't wool in it can be a good thing. It's less scratchy, so it's more comfy to actually wear. It's just a shame there's only one ball. That's my only thing. Like, two would have been amazing. But it feels amazing, the yarn. I could probably make some sort of small other fun fact out of this. It's something that warrants a nice little cute quick project. And then I have some Yarn Bee 44th Street, and that seems like a very nice fluffy yarn. Yarn Bee 44th Street. This is the colorway Ruby, and it's 100 grams, so that is 3.5 ounces to 540 meters. So that is a lovely thin yarn. I love it. It's a nice color. I love this red. It's a gorgeous red. Like, I really have the feeling she knew me when she decided to send this to me. It's colorway 7. It's 70% acrylic, 30% polyamide, so there's no wool in this, even though it has this halo as if it had wool, but it is very soft, and I like that. They recommend 3.75 millimeter knitting needles or 4.5 millimeter crochet hooks. So 3.5 ounces to 450 yards, but it also equals 100 grams to 500 meters of yarn. Lots of gorgeous yarn here. It's a lightweight 3, can be washed at 30 degrees Celsius, so that's 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Lay flat to dry, do not iron, do not bleach, can be dry cleaned. Yeah, 4.5 millimeter crochet hook here. A normal price for this, at least at the time of purchase, would have been $4.29, but it was discounted to $1.07. Like, try imagine getting this for just $1.07. Just a bit more than $1 for a skein of yarn. That's an amazing deal. And I got 2 of them. She was so kind to send me 2 of these, but she also sent me more because she sent me the Adriatic Sea, which is the colorway 14, and she sent me 2 of those. So I actually have 2,000 meters of yarn here. And if I'm not totally wrong, I should be able to make a sweater of this. I should be able to make a sweater. I possibly have enough yarn here to make myself a sweater. And I think the colors go awesomely well together as well. I think they can go really, really nice together as colors, like both individually, but also together. So this is definitely yarn that I would like to do something with for myself. Like, I'd really like to make myself a sweater here. I just need to find the right pattern. And I think they're gorgeous. This is more like a steel blue, the Adriatic Sea. Adriatic Sea. I think they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous yarns. Looking forward to use this yarn, but yet I need to find the right pattern first before I start using it. but I think a sweater somehow color worked up in those yarns could look absolutely gorgeous. So I do feel that somehow, yeah, you might have known me a bit. The next yarn I have, which is also from Yarn Bee, and I do believe that is the last Yarn Bee yarn I have, is the Spiness from Yarn Bee. And the Spiness is a very thin, fine yarn, and I got 3 skeins in the color navy, and this has obviously also been on sale, but Spiness navy. And this yarn, point 1, it's a bit difficult to catch on camera, but it does have a slight shine to it, and it feels ever so soft. I want to make something out of this. My thoughts is shawls. Like, I could make up some lace weight shawl of these yarns. Definitely. There is enough to do so as well. It's a 3.5 ounce skein. So that's a 350 yards. So for 3.5 ounces, you get 350 yards of absolutely gorgeous yarns. 100 yards per ounce. Nice. Sweet. Normal price for these yarns, they are $4. It was discounted to $1.12. We are again talking about something like a 70% discount here. So somebody has really been good at hitting the sales when Hobby Lobby had their yearly clearance. They recommend 3.75 millimeter knitting needles. And they don't actually have a crochet hook recommendation size, but I would crochet with this yarn, obviously, because I'm a crocheter. Translating into European terms, it's 100 gram skeins to 320 meters of yarn. It's 75% viscose and 25% polyester. It's classified as a lightweight 3, which I would definitely not agree with looking at the thickness of this yarn. Like, at best, this is a 2 weight. Maybe even closer. It's a very thin yarn. It's definitely lace weight. It's made in China. Designed by Yarn Bee, colorway 6 navy. Have to be hand washed. Iron at low, do not tumble dry, do not dry clean. Can be dry clean, do not bleach. Can be ironed at low. That's it. Gorgeous. And I have 3 of them. So I technically have 960 odd meters of yarn here. Which is more than enough to make an absolutely gorgeous lacy shawl. I need to find the right project and design for this. Maybe I should even design something and share with you guys. See if I maybe can find a similar thin yarn to design with, and then work it up in the Spiness, or work it up in the Spiness and see if you guys like it, and then make a tutorial from it. But my dream is to make a shawl. It deserves a shawl. It's so soft. It's a shawl you can use all year round. A very comfy one. That is one thing that is for sure. Then I have a big cake, and it's one of the Yarnspirations Caron big cakes, and I think it's gorgeous, and it fits into my Caron Simply Soft stash in the sense of it's Caron and it's from Yarnspirations. The first feeling of this yarn feels it's pretty good. I kind of like it, and it is a big cake. It's a little bit funky. It might have been in and out a few times for the feeling. It's been packed, it's been transported here and there. No wonder it's a little bit funky. They are 10.5 ounces, so that's 300 grams of lovely yarn, and it's 100% acrylic. And it's an even machine washable and dryable. You can dry this in your dryer. Like, what's not to like? Yeah, you can tumble dry. The estimate on this cake is about 603 yards, which is about 551 meters of yarn. I only have this single cake. I really love these colors. We have the blues and the sandy colors, but my challenge, I don't know what to make of it. I want to make something, but I don't know what to make of it. I may have to check out Yarnspirations if they have any good pattern suggestions, or else I have to whip up something based on my mind. It's a medium weight 4 yarn. Can be tumble dried at low. and obviously washed at low. Cannot be ironed, do not bleach, do not dry clean, I think even. They do suggest Ocean Waves blanket for crochet, but then you need 3 of these, which I don't have. And that's just because they have these 3 pattern suggestions laying on there, but I don't have that many. There is no wool in it. I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, 5mm knitting needles or 5mm crochet hook is what they recommend for this one. Feels like a really nice yarn, to be honest. I need to figure out what to make of this big cake. If you have suggestions, that's just 1 cake only, hit me up. I'd like to try and work out this yarn, but I really have no idea what to make out of it. Comments down below if you have some really good suggestions as to what I can make with a Karen big cake. So now I only have my Lion Brand yarns left. And lately I've been pretty tempted on getting some more Lion Brand yarns actually. And that is related to other yarns I have, because I would like to get some of their, what are they called? I should know them, mandala yarns, because I have some yarns that I think are the same and I want to make a comparison video. So maybe one day I will actually chuff in and get an order from Lion Brand, which is going to be really expensive because shipping is going to be like the same as the yarns. And then I still have to pay import tax and everything else. But that is why before I make that order, I will have to have a good go through the website to see if there are other things I would really like. I may even have to ask some of you guys in the community as to how some of these yarns feel, to be sure I get the right yarns. But that is not related to this. Here I have 3 different Lion Brand yarns, and the first is a cupcake. And that would be this one. This is gorgeous. And the thing is, I have the feeling that there is this sort of darker red here, and I feel it gets really close to what's in here, because in here there's slowly getting to this red as well. So I do have the feeling that this whole color transition really does happen in this cake. I think it's gorgeous that they put this on the side as well. It gives you a really nice idea of what it is. This is a 150-gram cake, which is 5.3 ounces. It's a 540 meters, which is a 590 yards. 100% acrylic, this cupcake. It's made by the Lion Brand company. They recommend, well, they say there's a 3-weight yarn. They recommend a 5mm crochet hook. Can be washed at let's try again. Can be washed at 105 Fahrenheit, which is about 40 degrees Celsius. Iron at low. Do not iron. Do not bleach. Can be dry cleaned. And then it says here, note, balls of yarn from same dye lot may differ due to unique effect within each color. This is the charm of the yarn. So in other words, if you have 2 of them, they might actually still be different. I think they might also be wound up differently on the cakes, but I'm unsure. I know some brands, when they do these color change cakes, they can sometimes look different when they're wound up. So yeah, that is the Lion Brand here, and it is the color named Blue Citrus. And here it says that there are 750 free patterns on Lion Brand's website. So, and I recall right, they already list this free patterns on the label, so we can compare with other labels here how old the yarns might be as to production and the label. But I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. Then I got her to get me some Lion Brand Summer Nights, and I got this specific because I had seen the yarn and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous looking. So this is the only yarn. When she wrote me, can I send you Happy Mail? And I was like, oh yeah, of course. When she wrote me that she wanted to send me Happy Mail, I said, yeah, of course you may. And then I said, would it be possible for you to include maybe 2 balls of Summer Nights from Lion Brand. When I now go to Lion Brand's website, I can no longer find these yarns. I think they are discontinued, and I think it's a shame because look at these. So gorgeous yarns. They are thin yarns, but I like working with thin yarns, so for me that is definitely not an issue. But wow, I really adore these. This is a Castaway yarn, and it's a colorway 300. And here it says 8,000 patterns. So this yarn is newer, or this label is newer than this, because we increased by 500 patterns. Hallelujah. They are 100 grams, so I have two, just the two. They are 100 grams. Maybe I should give you one to look at. 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces. And that is 400 meters of yarn, so that is 437 yards. I have a shawl here, and the plan is to make a shawl. I just don't know what pattern yet, but I will find out. 82% acrylic and 18% polyester. Quite sure the polyester is this lovely shiny thread. If I remember right, they only came in a few colors, and this is the one I love the most. And yeah, the fact is that she got it for me makes me feeling really blessed. I have the chance of having it. And it feels nice. Like, yes, I want to make shawls of this. Definitely, I do. 3.5mm crochet hook they recommend. Could probably also hook size down a bit, depends on what you want. It's a super fine weight yarn. Can be washed at 40 degrees Celsius, 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Machine wash and machine dryable. Woohoo! I love that. At low. Do not iron, do not bleach, do not tumble dry. I want to make a shawl of this. I just don't know which yet. Summer Nights. It has to be special, and it can't take too much yarn because I only have the 2 balls. Still 800 meters is good for many shawls, for sure. Then the last 2 yarns I have are shawl and a ball from Lion Brand, and both are discontinued. Like, I do believe that Lion Brand doesn't even do shawl and a ball anymore, sadly. There are different ages to these. And these are definitely older than the other Lion Brands that I've just been showing. And let's start with the oldest of them, shawl and a ball. And I think they're gorgeous colors. These browns and purples and like rusty reds in here. Awesome, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Shawl and a ball says itself, it should be able to get a whole shawl out of this. 1 ball makes a shawl basically. It's 58% cotton, 39% acrylic, and 3% other fibers, whichever they may be. One of these is 5.3 ounces, so 150 grams, to 473 meters, so 518 yards. They classify it as a medium weight 4. It seems like a roving style when I'm looking at it, because there are different thicknesses throughout this. Can be washed, gentle, lay flat to dry. So basically, it's possible to machine wash it. I would assume a low, so like 30 degrees Celsius or 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Wash it, yeah, lay flat to dry. Can be dry cleaned. Do not iron. Do not bleach. And here it says Lion Brand has more than 6,603 patterns, which is the least amount of patterns of all of my Lion Brands. This is why I assume this yarn is the oldest of them all. And I need to convince myself to obviously make something out of this shawl in a ball. We have a little swatch showing how this could look, but this is a very shiny, glossy piece. It's very difficult to see the camera and also how the light enters, so I am sorry for that. Colorway 202, and it's named Calming Desert. And again, here it says that the balls may be different from one another, depending on how it's weighed up. And you do have some good suggestion here as how it could look like as a shawl. I'd assume knitted up. Definitely something that I'm looking forward to working with, even though I'm not sure what to make of them. But I think it's cool to have yarns here from the America, which are no longer being able to be obtained because they are discontinued. I think that is pretty cool. The very last yarn I have here is the shawl in a ball as well, in these blue colors, blue and gray colors you have here, and there's some white as well. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is over 7,000 free patterns. So again, it's a newer color than the other one, or it's a newer yarn production wise. It's a colorway 205 named Soothing Blue. So this is a Soothing Blue. And that, my friends, is the very last I have of the Lion Brand yarns. And like sitting here looking at these American yarns, I really need to figure out something to slowly start making from them. But I'm also at awe because it's a bit scary starting to do something with these yarns because I can't easily get them again. And I guess that's my collector's gene, because let's face it, you have been joining maybe all 24 Sort My Stash videos. I do collect yarns. Yeah, I'm addicted. And I need to get better at using them. So destashing by using what I have. And I can't do that. I just need to get going. Thank you so very, very much for hanging around with me this time around for this Sort My Stash series. Much more is about to come up on this channel, so I do encourage you to stay tuned and to hit the subscribe button if you do enjoy talking about yarns and crochets, etc. Yeah, thank you for hanging around with me. Take care and happy crafting. Until I see you again. Bye.